Rick Shaw here on the 23rd of December 2021, and we have ourselves a magnificent day. There's a few guys working on the 23rd, not as many as before, but a few of the guys that live on site are here. A lot of guys went home, but here we got another one that's moving right along. I mean, they're not messing around here. They get this stuff done. Morning. They get her done. They're doing pretty well. It'll slow down now because of the holidays. I'm sure it won't be until January before they get really rolling again. Been watching a little bit of the news, not too much, but I see old Bitehole is, he's going to start pushing this stuff, saying the unvaxxed are going to see massive death tolls and stopping up the hospital. And you hear this stuff where they tell them that insurance won't cover you if you don't get this thing. I just seen a thing, a couple of insurance companies don't want to cover you if you do get it. They're looking at the money, guys, and they don't want the government taking theirs. So, I wonder what's going to happen with that. Then you see a lot of these people in the world court. They're going to be pushed. None of these people get away with stuff. They've been doing it for centuries. Unless there's some sort of a revolution, they're going to get away with it. If you just sit back and I'm waiting. They're just going to keep getting away with it. Look at this Maxwell trial. We had that one with Rittenhouse and Juicy Smollett. And they publicized the heck out of it. Not hers. They don't want to put hers out there. And because they're all these bigwigs are involved in this stuff. They're Satanists, guys. They're Satanists, pedophiles. They're a bunch of sickos, just like the Hollyweirds. And are they gonna get nailed? I doubt it. There's another one that they got started on here not too long ago. I like that. It's got a big side area there. And here's a couple more. It'd be nice if that was one big house, but it's not. It's two houses. But these are the guys. They're getting themselves a new shack and work area. I guess that keeps stuff dry. They got our wall here worked on. Keeps the snakes from coming in easily. We don't see as many now. But look at this, guys. It's turned into a neighborhood. I'm looking forward to seeing some neighbors. These sidewalks really suck, though, and holes in the ground and all that crap. But this area over here is supposed to be a playground. Now, I imagine they're going to wait for at least 30 days for that to really shore up before they bring some more dirt in there and put pressure on that wall. But those guys hauled all them rocks up from the river. I mean, holy cow, those big boulders like that. Really something. Really something how these guys work. But there's a few of them around today. Look way over there in the center of the camera. Those guys are working some. Here they don't get much for, if they're off. They'll get paid maybe for Christmas Day or something like that. But they don't get paid much overtime or double time or nothing like that. I think overtime's 30% if they go over. But most of them are expected, And these guys, you see them way before their normal working hour. They're getting prepped up and prepared. It's just it's a whole different thing than from what went on in the States with work. Me, I lived for the overtime. But these guys just do it, and most of them don't even get paid for it. It's amazing. And the minimum wage here, I don't remember what it is now, 64 pesos an hour or something. Somebody, if anybody knows, you can put it in the comments. But I know it's ridiculously low, because you figure that's only $1 something. Filipinos don't make a lot of dough. Now I see down south where the typhoon went through, they're picking up. They're getting things done. Morning. And they're getting things fixed up and done. It'll be in a matter of no time. This place always healed very quickly. We had a typhoon that just devastated our area, took people's roofs off. Really horrible. We were hunkered down in the bathroom, and loud, like a jet engine, super loud. And I remember looking at how bad it was going to be. And no, it was very quickly that everything went back to normal, other than a few trees stuck out of people's houses and such. A lot of big old trees were gone. But that's just how it goes. Here Filipinos are really resilient, guys. They make do with what they got, and when things go wrong, that's the way it is. And they make no big fuss about it. And I know Tim down there where he moved to, and it's like a nipple hut. He said it wasn't. I guess it wasn't too bad. He said about a driver's side window size hole in the roof. I'm sure they're getting that fixed up already. I don't think they could travel for a while. Power was out and everything, but he's smart dude. Went and got himself a generator. I recommend anybody. The prices I'm sure will go up somewhat, but we're going to also pick up a generator, and I'll have it set so I could tie it right into my panel, so we don't got to run extension cords, just one cord into the panel. I'll put a plug down on the bottom, and then I'll just turn off the breakers. I'll mark the ones we need, because the fridge is all on its own, and we'll put that one on. We'll have the plugs for it comes from the living room. We'll have those on so we can have the tube on or whatever we need. Wi-Fi if we still have it, and just a few things just to keep that stuff going, and lights. But when the power went out here last time, we just fired up our Crisco candle. That was kind of cool. It's a change. It's no big deal for us. And I try to just make sure the kids stay out of the fridge so all the cold air doesn't pour out. But I would like to get a generator. We don't need you don't ever have to buy these super big ones either, guys. I see these guys buying these huge monstrous generators that are going to run their house, and they're running at a very low percentage. You don't need that big a one. You can look up wattage and right online, and it'll tell you what you need. Pick what you're going to buy. Remember, there's startups on every motor. That's why capacitor start motors are the only way to go. Motors, when they start, they're rated at a high amp. Well, they draw that. They draw the full amp. So once they're running, their running amps are much lower. That's why you see people popping breakers when two motors start at the same time, because it overloads the circuit. I do recommend, if you're building here, morning. If you're building here, to put your fridge, put anything that's really important on its own circuit. Here they don't use many circuits in the houses, but put in a regular panel. I do recommend getting the ground bar in there. My house, to get it in, I don't know if we're gonna have to tear up the ground or whatever, because we can't get anything pulled. Nothing will pull. It's all like stuck in the Smurf tube. If I'd have been here, that was supposed to be piped, not tubed. It was supposed to be piped. And that, because of this convid crap, none of that got done. And that was all stuff I was willing to go get and pay for myself, just to have it done. But just a royal shame how it went, and the headaches we got to put up with. It's like the other day, our water was super low again. Had a little bit of water upstairs, enough to get a bath, but it was super low. You can hear the tank clunking when it's empty. And these folks down there, what do they care? They don't live here. That one that lives up there, she must have water okay. I just hate the fact that we have to have big buckets in the bathroom. We already got a small bathroom. Now we got these garbage pails with lids that we got to keep water in. And to me, that's just a really bad deal. That's why I was so, feel so crappy about Demeterland. That they, why didn't they look into this before they bought it? And why didn't they put into the price adding a new tank or getting it just city water? Have it run off of city water, make some kind of deal with them. No, that was something that they don't care about. They could care less about that, guys. They don't. They get these places built a year when all the warranty's out. They don't care. They could care less if some of the work was done improperly. They don't care. So be careful of your builder if you come here. I would recommend, if you got any kind of trade skills, I honestly would recommend you do it yourself, guys. When we do the next house, I'm doing it. I'm not going to get anyone to do it. I'm thinking of pouring courses of concrete, and I'll lay my pipe right inside. I'll tie my Schedule 40 right to the EMT, put nice sweeps, put the boxes right in the thing up on the wood forms, and I'm going to go that way. And like my house, no three-ways. We got dead switches. They're hooked up, but they never put three-ways in there like it was supposed to be. You know, just stupid the way things all wired up. But and I can't seem to pull. There's a couple of them I can see from box to box I can pull, but what's the point of doing that? You know, there's absolutely no point in it, because there's so many of them even coming from the panel. You can't pull them. You can't get them to budge to the next box, and that's a real bummer. But that's what they do here. I mean, this is normal stuff. I know my neighbor across the street in Carmona, he repulled his whole house. You know, he's an engineer, marine engineer, and he didn't like the way it was, so he repulled the whole thing, and I give him a lot of credit for that. But here, I got 2 hots coming in, guys. 2 hots. They never put the ground rod. Never charged me for it though. But they never put a ground rod. There's none in the panel. It's just 2 hots. And when you touch the washing machine or the stove, you're getting that feedback that should be going back on a neutral. That's not. You know, I told them you don't go barefoot in there. You know, I'd like to have rubber rugs on because you get zapped. And to me, it's incredibly stupid, you know, that the way this is run. And I'm surprised more people don't get killed. Maybe they do, and it's just not reported. You know, maybe when somebody's dead in the kitchen, they say, oh, it was a heart attack. You know, and they don't really look in. There's no autopsies or anything here that I've ever heard of. You know, the police come. Now, when our one friend's son was shot, they came and got the bullet. That's about it. You know, but that's about as close as an autopsy you're going to get. PMP does that. They got units that do that. But that's a shame. Look at those big, beautiful, puffy clouds. We had rain on and off all day yesterday, and today it looks like it's going to be better. It was very cool this morning. I'll start getting the temperatures on there again. I got the stuff out of the way, the thermometer. It was 72 this morning, right after the sun come up a little bit. So that was kind of nice. A little cool for me. It's warmed up quite a bit now. It's pushing 80 right now, which is good, but we got a little bit of a breeze, and it's nice, this area right here. If you know, Tagaytay is kind of expensive. If that's too much for you, you can come out this way. I would recommend being like on the other side of the mountain. It's much more open over there, and you can still get into town pretty easy. Being more out in a rural setting, that's what I would like. But this is us for now. You know, I do want to build another one. I hope I'm around long enough so that the kids can get a house built for them, or we can buy one for them, so that they're all set when they get bigger. They don't got to worry about doing a pie big or anything like that to get a house. Although that is a good deal for a lot of Filipinos. The only problem with that, these Paibig ready homes, they're built by these developers. We actually went and looked at one. They turn into big slums right away. I'm not kidding you. But this place, it said it was a 3-bedroom. When you went up the stairs, it was a one big room, and they said, oh, you put a wall in here, it'll make it a bedroom. Morning. There's the babies. And wasn't a concrete floor. It was just the sides. You know, just so cheaply built, and the prices they wanted for it. You know, they could. This place, I have to say something about Demirland. It's a nice house. There's problems, but some of those houses I saw built for the Paibig homes. We went around before we ever found these guys, and I'm not kidding you guys. Some of these houses, they're ready to be ruins. You know, we've seen some that were just a few years old that were just so crappy. They don't mix the concrete right. You know, they get the cheap labor in there, and these guys, they don't know what they're doing, so they do it. At least here, these concrete guys are concrete guys. You know, they do a good job. The block guys are block guys. They do a good job. A lot of these places, they hire some kid off the street And they got one guy that says, yeah, you mix it this way, and if they don't feel like throwing an extra bag of sand in there, they just don't. But, you know, Philinvest was one that I looked at, because they got a lot of developments all around, and their design of their house, I think it's really cool. I love the design of it. Tiny homes, but they had that big deck. Even if it was just 2-story, they had a big deck up above. And I like the idea of having that solid roof here in these storms. And super nice, morning, super nice places, but it's the workmanship. And plus, a lot of them, they sell them to you bare. You have to finish them, and they still want this huge price for them. You know, they want as much as I paid for mine for these little cracker boxes. You know, it's all area. You know, it's not. You know, it's the area and the lot size. It doesn't matter the workmanship. It just doesn't. So I do got to say about Demeter Land, their workmanship and their workers that they have are of a much higher quality than a lot of places I've seen. You know, so I do bitch about them a little bit, but you know, if you do come and use them, watch these videos and just know what to look out for. That's why I make them, so that you don't run into the same crap I ran into. You know, I did the stupid thing. I assumed that everything was going to be fine. He's a good builder, and but you can't assume this stuff. You have to look into it, check on it yourself. If you do get a builder, morning guys. If you do get a builder, I would say be on the job site every day. That was my plan. That was my plan for this house. But Convid screwed it up. We couldn't even get out of Carmona. You know. We couldn't get out because of this stuff. And are they going to do it again? I'm betting. You know, that's my take on things. You know, we got the Christmas reprieve, and then they're going to go solid lockdown again because of this how many crumbs bull crap. Come on. Now they got tests just for that. Where'd they get all these millions of tests? Now we got Whitehole. He wants these tests at home. Well, why, if you feel okay, why would you even test yourself? That's stupid. And what's in that test? Okay, you got a lot of people that don't want to take the jab. I'm seeing stuff on Telegram that they're using a chemical, sodium something or another, in these test kits that's a super deadly poison. You know what? And it says even if you get just a tiny little bit, it'll start messing with your organs and start shutting them down. That's something that's popping out. I put it on there. You guys can scroll back and look. I put a lot of stuff on there, but it's just crazy. Why would you test yourself? You know, am I going to go test myself for cancer right now? You know, I just don't. I remember when I was young, they were passing out that Hemoccult test, and you mail in your poo-poo, and they test you to see if there's blood in there for Hemoccult. Now, was that dumb? You know, was that, you know, yeah, because I was a young guy who should have never had that. Of course, didn't, but maybe you found a few people, I don't know. But test yourself when you're not sick, and they have to tell you that you're sick, that you have it. And then what are they going to do? They're going to quarantine you, and somebody's making money on that. I keep saying follow the money. You know, I've been saying that from the beginning. You got to follow the money on this crap, because guys, if you're not getting what's going on with this stuff, you're just not seeing it. It's like Dr. Evil, and he's the Kellogg's cornflake, you know, doer inner Maximus. You look at these guys, that Dahmer and people like him that do these terrible deeds. I mean, they're lightweight punks. I mean, they're nothing. I mean, he's probably laughing at him. He's been doing this since the 80s with the AIDS thing and all that stuff. And you know, this is just their test. They've been working on this for forever to do this. So you just got to watch out. You got to open up your eyes, your ears, look around. Don't take everything for truth. You know, I keep watching this stuff on you know, with this Q crap. I'm not buying that and all this stuff with, oh, they're going to be reinstating Trump within 10 days. It's coming in 10 days. They've been saying that for a couple of years now, a year and a half. Well, since he was been out a year or so. But guys, some of the stuff, I just don't get it. But we are glad Tropical Tim and Ray, Wish for Wanda, is doing good. Take a check on their channel. They had to jump through hoops just to get out to where they're at now. I watched that video this morning. It was able to come up. He's got some internet. It's not real good, but at least he's got a little bit. And he was talking about red tape. And guys, here, anywhere in the world, when things take a while, you should call it red tape. But honestly, until you've lived in the Philippines like I have, it's over 9 years now, going to be 10, you have to give a special designation for how long it takes to get things done here. Okay? It's not red tape. It's got to be another color. It's blue tape. I'm serious, because they're in a whole nother league of making you wait, and even though right there under the car, and if somebody says, okay, you go online or you call up the agencies and you say, I need this, I need that, they tell you what you need to get it done, and then as soon as you go to get it done, somebody somewhere in an office that doesn't know you or you haven't greased their palm are going to say, nope, sorry. Look, it happened to Wes. It happened to Tim and Ray. This is the way it goes here. Anytime you go get to do something, there may be somebody in that office, the bigwigs are gone for Christmas, and somebody's afraid of their own shadow to do anything, so you're going to be held up. Anytime you get around any kind of holidays or festivals here in the Philippines, things stop, guys. It just stops because the bigwigs are gone, the people who can make a decision. But even when they're there, they want something else. And a lot of times when they ask for something else, it's like when the traffic cops stop you. If they don't have their book out and start writing you a ticket right away, they're waiting for you to bribe them. That's all there is to it. Because if they're going to do a ticket, they're going to get that one done so they can get out and give another one. But if they start hanging around and hemming and hawing like a lot of these agencies do, they're waiting to get their palm greased. That's all there is to it. So, grease tape. Maybe that's what we should call it. They don't got red tape here. They got grease tape. All right. Well, I'm going to go ahead and let you go. And this is Rickshaw Out.